Namaste. This morning I would like to share with you a practice. This practice will be accessible whether or not you're a long-time practitioner or you're new to yoga. This morning's practice will include some breath work, Kapalabhati. So if you have eaten anything within the past 2 hours, you might want to wait until you have an empty stomach. Ideally, this practice would be good for first thing in the morning after you've gotten up in bed. Maybe had some tea or some warm water with lemon first to help get everything awake and moving inside the body. And we'll go through a practice today which should target all the joints and leave us feeling loose and energized for the rest of the day. So I suggest that you have a blanket, and if you do not have a blanket, then a pillow would do just fine. So taking the blanket, folding it so that it's a little thick, and then placing the blanket underneath just to help elevate the hips. Taking out the flesh from behind, pulling the flesh from underneath your sit bones behind you so that you feel the sit bones in connection with the blanket. Resting your hands either on your knees, palms upward down, or palms can rest on top of one another in your lap. So allow your eyelids to softly close. Allow your breath to grow deeper, breathing in and out through your nose. And begin to release everything that you've done up till now. Release all expectations and set aside any plans that you might have for later on. Giving yourself this time just to be with your body, to be with your breath. Gently lift the heart, finding some length in the spine, drawing the shoulders slightly back and down away from the ears, so that you find a seat that is both sturdy and long. Spine is erect, but you're also comfortable and relaxed. No tension. Begin to observe the sounds that are in and around the room that you're in. Allowing the vibration of sound to reach you without the need of labeling or judging any sound. Noticing the sensations of the air along your skin, the way that your clothes rest upon your body, the connection that you have with the blanket or the pillow that you're sitting on, the places where your feet or your ankles are touching down to the earth. Then draw your awareness inside your body, starting with your toes. So without moving the toes, just become aware of the sensations in your baby toes. Moving one toe over into your middle toes. One toe over into your big toes. Becoming aware of the bottoms of your feet and the tops of your feet, your ankles and your calf muscles, your shins and your knees, the backs of your knees, your hamstrings, quadriceps, sit bones, base of your spine, pelvic floor, and your hips, into your abdomen and your navel, your lower back, and your lumbar spine, the sides of your body, the space between your ribs, your chest, and your heart center, your upper back, thoracic spine, shoulder blades, collarbones, tops of your shoulders, biceps, triceps, elbows, eyes of your elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, backs of your hands, pinky fingers, ring fingers, middle fingers, index fingers, and your thumbs. Gently shift your awareness towards your throat, to the back of your neck, and the sides of your neck, into your chin, relaxing your jaw, in your right ear, left ear, lower lip, upper lip, right nostril, left nostril, right eye, left eye, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, point between your eyebrows, your forehead, the top of your head, the back of your head, full body awareness, becoming aware of your breath, and just allowing your breath to flow freely, without any control, observing the sensation of your breath in your nostrils. Taking note if your breath is long or short, choppy or smooth. Taking note if either nostril is more dominant, if it feels like the right or left nostril is breathing more easily, taking in more air. And keeping your primary focus with your body and with your breath, allow for a little bit of awareness for anything which arises within your mind. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, allowing all to arise without judgment, without trying to draw anything in particular in, without trying to force anything in particular out, but just resting in a state of non-judgmental awareness, keeping your primary focus with your body and your breath. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, sensing the connection through your fingertips, fingers, and palms gently pressing into each other, thumbs gently pressing into your sternum, in towards your heart. And set an intention for this practice just to be present with yourself, to be open to your experience, and to keep your primary focus on your body and your breath. Taking this intention of presence, breathing it through your heart, allowing it to sink in. And we'll begin with a deep cleansing breath in through the nose, sighing it out through the mouth. Take a deep breath in. Now keep your eyes closed, rub your palms together quickly. Start to feel some heat coming into your hands as you create some friction. Once your palms are fairly hot, place them over your closed eyes. Observe the heat over your eyes, and then open your eyes behind your palms. Roll them in a circle clockwise. Roll them in a circle counterclockwise. And release your palms. Namaste. So we'll begin with Kapalabhati breathing. If you need to, change the cross of your legs, adjust your seat so that you're comfortable, whatever works for you. If you're new to Kapalabhati, all of the emphasis, all of the awareness is going to be down here in the solar plexus, down here in the abdomen. So just a quick demonstration. It's a forceful, but not overly forceful, quick burst on the exhale, and the inhale is completely passive. So you don't even have to worry about the inhale. You're just working on that little forceful burst of the exhale. We'll find a nice rhythm as you see. So just a quick example. It's just going to be all from abdominal engagement. It's going to be we're going to do 3 rounds of 30, just like that. If you're new to Kapalabhati, you can keep one hand here at your abdomen just for feedback. Both hands here work. If you're not new to this, you can again drop your hands either to your lap, to your knees, whatever works for you. I'm going to demonstrate with my hands here. So again, let the eyes close, sitting tall and relaxed. We'll take a deep breath and then begin the first round. So take a deep breath in. Let the breath go. Inhale for the first round and begin. Exhale completely. Inhale fully. Exhale, let it go. Now inhale, fill your lungs 3/4 full and hold your breath. As you're holding your breath, focus on your abdomen, focus on your solar plexus. This is the home of our Agni in the body. Our Agni is our digestive fire, helping us to process and to digest both our physical, mental, and emotional elements of our intake and experience. Exhale, release your breath. Full breath in. Breathing out. Second round, inhale and begin. Exhale completely. Inhale fully. Exhale, release. Inhale, fill your lungs 3/4 full and hold your breath. And as you're holding your breath, allow your awareness to come up into your head towards the crown of your skull. Kapalabhati means shining skull. It's almost as though there's a radiance or a glow surrounding your head. Only holding the breath as long as comfortable. Exhale, release your breath. Full breath in. Let it go. Final round. Inhale and begin. Exhale completely. Inhale fully. Exhale, let it go. Inhale one last time, fill to 3/4 full, holding your breath, relaxing your face, relaxing your eyes. Just observe the sensation of your body, letting that prana, the life force energy, circulate throughout, moving into all your cells, all your tissues, all your organs, absorbing the life force energy. Exhale, release your breath. So start to cultivate a nice, deep, balanced breath. Keeping your breath a primary focus for this practice, making sure the breath is long and deep and comfortable throughout the practice. You can release the blanket or the pillow, whatever you're sitting on. Set that aside. And let's come to bring the soles of our feet together, starting in Baddha Konasana. Interlace your fingers around your toes, drop your knees down towards the earth. Sit up nice and tall, lift up through your heart, lift up gently through the crown of your skull. Keep your shoulders back and down. Begin to breathe nice and deeply, focused on the sensations in your body. So the lift here is coming through the sides of the body, lifting through the ribs, keeping the navel gently drawing back and in towards the spine. Taking 2 more deep breaths in Baddha Konasana. And now drawing your knees, your hands outside your knees, bringing your knees together, extending your legs straight out in front, and just bounce your thighs off the ground a little bit. Shake up some of the muscles underneath the legs. And now come back into a cross-legged seat, however you need to get there. Draw your arms by your sides, palms face up. As you inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Interlace your fingers. And with your next breath in, flip your palms up. Press up through the heels of your palms. Root down into your sit bones. Draw your navel in. Lift up from the ribs, keeping the shoulders slightly down away from the ears, and working the biceps back behind the ears for a deeper shoulder opener. Breathe here. Keep the facial muscles soft. If the face and the head stay relaxed, even when the body is tense, it starts to find a way to relax and to be centered in what you feel. On your next exhale, take a twist to your right. Take your right arm behind, left hand outside the knee. Inhale, sit up tall, lift from the heart. Exhale, twist, gaze back over your right shoulder. Breathing here, lifting on each inhale from the heart, twisting from the ribs and the chest on each exhale. Two more deep breaths. On your exhale, release, come back to center, hands by your sides. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Interlace with your other thumb on top. And again, flip the palms up towards the sky, rooting down through your sit bones, drawing the biceps back, shoulders slightly down. Breathe, deep breaths here. Fill the lungs. Notice the space that's between your ribs with each inhale, how the space in your thoracic cavity expands. One more deep breath. As you exhale, twist to your left. Take your left hand behind, right hand outside the knee. Inhale, lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist, gaze back over your back shoulder. Breathing here. Inhale, a little bit more length in the spine. Exhale, twist very gently a little bit deeper. Two more deep breaths. On your exhale, release, come out from the pose, hands by your side. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Bring your palms to touch. As you exhale, guide your hands down through to your heart. And let's come on to hands and knees, coming into a tabletop position. As you come to hands and knees, spread your fingers out, line up your wrist crease parallel to the top of the mat, and your wrists right underneath your shoulders. Line your shins straight parallel to the sides of your mat, and your knees beneath your hips. So we'll move through some cat-cow here, starting the movement from the pelvis. On your inhale, lift your tailbone, lift your heart, gazing up, belly button drops down. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone, round your spine, press through your arms and tuck your chin. Inhale, belly dips down, tailbone and heart lift up, pulling the heart forwards and up. Exhale, tuck through the tailbone, round through the spine and chin, big cat back. Inhale, belly drops down, tailbone and heart lift up. Exhale, round, press and tuck, big cat back. Inhale, open through the heart, lift the tailbone and the gaze. Exhale, round all the way deeply through the spine, navel draws in towards the back. Inhale, one last time, open through the front side of the body. Exhale, round, find that nice long spine. Release on your inhale, come back to your tabletop position. Stay on your right knee and your left hand, and on your inhale, reach your right arm forwards and your left heel back. Coming into a balancing tabletop, press that left heel back behind you. Engage your abdominal muscles. Grip through the left fingertips so you're protecting your left wrist. Take 2 more deep breaths here. On your exhale, release. Come back to your tabletop position. As you inhale the left arm forward, right heel back. Keep that right hip point facing down towards the earth. Engage all the way through the fingertips, through the heel, keeping the core active as well. Breathe. On your exhale, release. Take your knees out as wide as the mat. Bring your big toes to touch behind you. Sit onto your heels and then extend your hands towards the top of the mat, letting your belly drop between your thighs, letting your forehead rest on the earth for child's pose. Take a couple deep breaths. You can come to child's pose anytime you need to. Breathe here, resting your forehead. And then on your next inhale, let's come back up onto hands and knees. Keep the knees under the hips. Keep the hands at the top of the mat. So we're going to externally rotate the upper arms. So like we're trying to turn the inner part of our biceps open towards the outer side of the mat. So the eyes and the elbows face the top of the mat. Tuck the toes. Just hover the knees off the earth. Keep the knees bent. Start to press down and away through the hands. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Heels are still lifted. Long spine here, and now start to extend the heels towards the earth for your first downward facing dog. Gazing back through your knees, breathing 3 deep breaths. Relax the facial muscles, draw the shoulders back away from the ears. One more deep breath. And now 1 foot in front of the other, they'll start to walk up towards the top of the mat. If you can, walk with straight legs. If you need to bend the knees, whatever works. Land the feet underneath your hips. On your inhale, come up halfway. Take your hands to your shins. Draw your shoulders back. Nice long straight spine. On your exhale, hinge at your waist. Forward fold, let your head drop down. Inhale, come up halfway. Shoulders back, heart reaches out over the toes. Exhale, fold, hinge at your waist crease, let your head drop down. Inhale 1 last time, halfway lift, extend your spine. Exhale, fold, let the head drop down. As much bend in the knees as you need here. Bend the knees, press through the feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach the arms to the sky, bring palms to touch. Exhale, take your hands down through to your heart. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart here. Lift and spread your toes. See if you can find some space between all 10 toes. And as you're spreading your toes, you can find the 4 corners of your feet, the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound, the inner and outer edge of your heel. So find a balance between the 4 corners of your feet, standing tall, pressing the feet down into the earth. Let the toes come back down. Drop your arms down by your sides. Lift through the crown of the skull. Fingertips reach towards the floor. Navel stays in towards the spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold from your waist. Long spine, come all the way down. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. Drop to your right knee and the top of your right foot. With your inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Breathing here, soften the shoulders. Imagine that you're pulling your left heel and right knee in towards one another. So that'll create some isometric action to help lengthen the right hip flexor. Squaring off the hips, pulling the left hip slightly back, drawing the right hip slightly forwards. 1 more deep breath. As you exhale, plant your hands, tuck your right toes, step back into a high plank position. Shoulders right over wrists, heels reaching back behind, crown of the skull extending forward, abdominal muscles engaged, tailbone drawing back. Take one more breath in. Exhale, lower to your knees, come all the way down to the mat. Bring your belly down, tops of the feet to the floor, hands are under your shoulders, thumbs in line with your heart. Elbows stay close to the body, shoulders stay lifted away from the mat. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. As you inhale, start to peel your heart away from the earth, coming into Cobra Pose, working with the back muscles, breathing here. No tension in the face, no action in the arms. You should be able to lift your palms and maintain the position. Take one more breath. Exhale, lower down. First, press onto hands and knees. Draw the hands towards the top of the mat. Tuck the toes on your next exhale. Downward facing dog. Hips nice and high. Heels reaching down. Chest pressing back. Thighs driving towards the back of the mat. Take one more deep breath. From downward facing dog, step your right foot in between your hands. Drop to your left knee, top of your left foot. On the inhale, arms reach towards the sky. Same isometric action, hugging the heel and the knee towards one another. Keeping that right knee stacked over the right ankle for stability. 2 deep breaths. On your exhale, plant your hands. Tuck your left toes. Inhale, step to the top of the mat. Exhale, hinge at your waist, forward fold. Reach your arms up by your ears. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, draw your arms down by your sides. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding forwards, long spine all the way down. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Drop to the knee, top of the foot. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Breathing here, take 2 deep breaths. Keep your focus with your body, with your breath. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back into your high plank pose. Feel the heels reach back, tailbone reach back, abdominal muscles engaged, strong arms, fingertips gripping the earth. Exhale, lower to your knees, take it all the way down. Tops of the feet to the floor, elbows by the body, shoulders lifted, press through the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift the heart, draw the shoulders back. Cobra Pose. Breathe. On your exhale, lower down. First, hands and knees. Hands towards the top. Eyes of the elbows turn towards the top of the mat. Tuck your toes. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Step your left foot in between your hands. Drop to your right knee, top of your right foot. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Low lunge. Scissor action between the heel and the knee. On your exhale, plant your hands, tuck your right toes. Inhale, step to the top of the mat. Hinge at your waist. Exhale, forward fold. Reach the arms out in front. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, draw your arms down by your sides. Take a deep breath in. Let the breath go. Take a nice big step back with one foot, doesn't matter which, and turn your feet parallel to the short ends of your mat. Make sure your heels align with one another here. So we're going to start with turning the left foot out, making sure that left heel aligns with the right heel, turning the right foot slightly in, working towards triangle pose, Trikanasana. So this right hip here is going to be drawing slightly towards the back of the mat
as that front left foot grounds down, almost creating this little bit of a crease here at the hip. Take the arms out to the side, reach the left arm towards the top of the mat. So you want to maintain this nice length here through the left side of your body as you exhale, and just drop that hand towards the shin. Reach the right arm right up over the shoulder, and imagine that you're pulling that right hip slightly back, but keeping the leg strong. So ground down through the inner arch, the inner side of your left foot, and ground down through the outer edge of your right foot. If you can, gaze up towards that top hand. 2 deep breaths. And now inhale, rise back up. Release that arm. We're going to switch. First, turn the feet parallel. And then this time, the right foot turns out. The left foot turns slightly in. Work on keeping the hips facing the side of the mat. So as you ground down through that right foot, you're creating this little crease, almost like you're pulling that left hip slightly back. Arms out wide. First, extend. Maintain this length here, and then hinge at your waist. Let the hand come to the shin. Draw the heart open. Draw the shoulder back, the hip back, and ground through the feet. Nice strong legs here. Breathe. 2 deep breaths. On your inhale, rising up. Exhale, release. Turn your feet to face the sides of the mat, parallel to the short ends. We're going to move into warrior 2. So let's turn that left foot back out. This time, setting the stance a little bit wider and aligning that left heel with the arch of the right foot. So the arms can come up in line with the shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Let your hands kind of float here. Gaze over that left middle finger. Keep grounding into the outer edge of your right foot as you allow that left knee to lunge over the ankle. So what's typical here is a lot of times people will start to reach forwards, or they'll be too far back. So you really want to make sure the shoulders stay over the hips, arms in line with the shoulders, knee gently guiding open to the pinky toe, and gaze right over that middle finger. Breathe here. 3 deep breaths. On your exhale, release the arms, straighten the leg, turn the feet parallel. And we're just going to switch here. Right foot turns out, right heel aligns with the arch of the left foot. Arms come out, grounding down to the outer edge of that left foot, gazing over that right middle finger, allowing that right knee to lunge, keeping that squareness, shoulders over hips, knee guiding gently open. Gaze over the right middle finger, 3 deep breaths. On the exhale, straighten the leg, lower the arms, turn the feet in towards each other. You can either heel toe your feet in or just go with a hop step, bring the feet under the hips. Take your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Blink your eyes open. You can either step out wide again or hop the feet out wide. Let's start with the left foot turning out again. This time, step that right foot so that there's a little bit of gap, a little bit of space between your feet, almost like if you were to take that left heel and work it back, it wouldn't actually hit that right foot at all. So you can turn that right foot in slightly. This time, hands at the hips for Virabhadrasana 1. We're going to shift the hips towards that left foot. Keep grounding strong through that back leg. And then let that front knee lunge over the ankle. If it goes beyond the ankle, just inch that front foot forwards. And then on the inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, biceps by your ears. Take 3 deep breaths. Keep your toes soft, facial muscles relaxed. On your exhale, lower the arms, straighten the leg, turn the feet in. We're just going to switch opposites. So right foot turns out, a little bit of gap between the feet, left foot slightly in, hands at the hips. Turn the hips first, ground strong through the outer heel of that back leg, and then lunge that front knee right over the ankle, not past the ankle, just right over the ankle. Hips are square, shoulders are square. Inhale the arms to the sky, soft shoulders. Pick a spot to focus your eyes, focus on your breath. Release the arms, straighten the leg, turn the feet parallel, and then again, either heel toe your feet in or hop step, feet under hips, hands to your heart. Find the four corners of your feet, stand tall, close your eyes, focus on your breath. Every time you come to stillness, there might be subtle changes that you can observe that have taken place in your body or your breath. Gently begin to blink your eyes open. If you have lower back issues, keep your feet hip distance apart. Otherwise, bring your feet in together. Big toes to touch, slight gap between your heels. Hands by your side. Start to bend your knees. Keep the knees over the ankles here. So you're sitting back like you're sitting into a chair, but you can still see your toes down here, keeping your heart lifted. And then on the inhale, reach your arms to the sky for Utkatasana, chair pose. So if the legs are together, you can squeeze the inner thighs together. Sit a little bit deeper into your chair. 2 more deep breaths. Stay with it. On your exhale, forward fold. Start to straighten your legs. Let your head drop down. Inhale, come up halfway lift. Extend your spine. Exhale, fold. Let your head drop down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Sweep the arms to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, take your hands to your heart. Close your eyes again, gather your breath. Begin to gently blink your eyes open. Take your left foot, left knee, turn it out to the side. Create this little kickstand where you're on your left toes, but most of the weight, or most all of the weight, is in your right leg, right foot here. So that left knee is turning open, but your hips are still facing forward. Moving into tree pose here. So pick a spot that's not moving, fix your eyes there, take care of your breath, and then when you're ready, start to gently slide that foot up inside the calf muscle. Keep the knee opening towards the left, and keep your hips facing towards center. And if you're starting to feel stable here and you want to reach your arms up towards the sky, pressing the palms together, drawing the shoulders down, breathe deeply here. One more breath. On your exhale, guide your hands to your heart, guide your left knee back to center, and then release your left foot down. Shake out your standing leg a little bit, and we'll switch. So shift the weight over into your left foot. Start to bring that little kickstand here of the right leg, standing nice and tall. Find your balance, fix your gaze, take care of your breath, and when you're ready, slide that foot up inside the calf muscle. Just make sure your foot is not on your knee at all. So if you have this Vrikshasana or tree pose in your practice already, then you might be coming above the knee. But today I'm just going to teach here. It's almost even harder here sometimes. If you're feeling stable, maybe you'll start to reach towards the sky. Pressing palms together for a little shoulder opener, breathe. On your exhale, guide your hands back to your heart. Turn your knee gently to center. Release that foot down. Shake out your standing leg. Good. So we're going to come into Mallasana, a squat pose. Take your feet out wide, wider than your hips. Heels out, toes out, heels in. Hands can be at your heart. And then start to slowly sink down. Send the knees out over the ankles. And if you can't get all the way down, you might just be here in your squat, which is good. And if you feel like you need to build more strength in your hips, build more strength in your thighs and your glutes, then this is a good place to be. If you want to get deep down here and really get more flexibility, opening, press the palms in front of the heart, pull the heart forward, shoulders back, draw the elbows inside the knees, pressing them into the knees. Breathe here, 3 deep breaths. As you exhale, plant your hands, lift your hips, heel toe your feet underneath your hips. Take an inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach your arms to the sky. Palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, hands come through to your heart. Close your eyes. Gather your breath. Feel your body. Begin to gently blink your eyes open. We're just going to come right down to the mat. So take your time coming down. And as you arrive down on your mat, let's start by taking that right leg off to the side, bringing the left foot inside the right thigh. Take your right hand, draw it down towards the inner shin or ankle. Take your left hand to your hip, draw that left shoulder back so you're twisting a little bit here, heart is open, and then slide that right hand even further down towards the foot, wherever it'll go, but keep that heart open, keep that left shoulder back, and you can stay here. You can reach that left arm behind the back, or you can extend that left arm up and over, reaching out across, gazing underneath the left arm with the chin slightly tucked. On your inhale, rise back up. With your exhale, twist to your right. Take your left hand outside your right thigh, right hand behind. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist, gaze back over that right shoulder for 1 breath. And exhale, release so that you're looking down your right leg. Close off the angle a little bit here. Bringing that right leg, right foot, right in line with the hip. So you're nice and square. Big toe facing back to your heart, toes slightly flexed back. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, and then lead with your heart. Hinge from your waist, fold forward. Let your hands fall where they fall. Maybe today that's at your calf. Maybe it's at your ankle. Maybe it's at your foot. But you're not pulling yourself with your arms. You're just hinging and folding, letting the head drop down towards the shin or knee, whatever's comfortable here for you. Take 3 deep breaths. If you have tight hamstrings, you might feel this beneath the leg. I get this more towards my back muscles, a nice long lengthening back stretch. And then on your inhale, rise back up. As you exhale, release your left hand behind your hip, fingers facing back behind you. And on your inhale, you're going to press up onto your left shin. Press the sole of your right foot down. Reach up and back through the right arm. Lift the hips. Nice stretch through the front side. 1 more breath. On your exhale, gently guide yourself back down, and we're going to switch. So take your left foot out, bring your right foot in. Left hand draws down inside the shin. Right hand to the hip, draw the right shoulder back, heart open, flex the toes back, slide that left arm down towards the leg, either draw the right arm behind the back or inhale it up and over like you're going to reach over and grab hold of those left toes, gazing underneath that right armpit, breathe, side body stretch. On your inhale, rising up. With your exhale, twist to your left. Take your right hand outside that left thigh. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist, gaze back for one breath. Exhale, release. Close that angle a little bit. Big toe facing back towards the heart. Shoulders nice and square. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Lead with the heart as you exhale, fold over your thigh. Let your hands rest where they fall. No big deal where that is today. Relax your head and neck, relax your facial muscles. Keep your upper body square over that left leg. Breathe. On your inhale, rise back up, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, release down. And we're going to come down onto our back. Do about 2 more poses before Shavasana. So as you come onto your back, keep your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Bring your heels in towards your sit bones so that you can graze them with your fingertips. But make sure your knees, your hips, and your heels are all aligned with each other. So it's really important for this pose that you don't move your head and neck around. So just keep gazing straight up at the sky. Bend your elbows so that your palms are facing one another. Draw your shoulders back into the earth. You'll notice that your chest lifts a little bit. And now as you press into your feet, inhale, lift your hips towards the sky so that all your weight comes towards your upper back and shoulders. And you're pressing down evenly through both feet here, breathing into your abdomen. Let's take 3 deep breaths, bridge pose. One more breath. As you exhale, slowly roll your spine down from the top into the middle to the lower back until eventually the hips come down, and then bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug, little squeeze, pulling the thighs down, breathing abdomen into thighs. And now plant your left foot flat on the floor. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh, making a figure 4. Start to lift your left leg, thread your right arm between your legs, find your left hand behind your thigh, interlace your fingers, flex the toes of the right foot, start to draw that left knee in towards your chest, getting a nice deep stretch for the outer right hip. If you're more flexible, you might take your hands in front of that left shin. But again, doesn't matter which you choose. It's about listening to your body, not forcing anything that's not there. So take 3 more deep breaths. On your exhale, release your left foot to the floor, right foot to the floor, and switch. Left ankle crosses right thigh, right foot lifts, left arm threads through. Find the right hand behind the thigh, flex the left toes. Start to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Keep your shoulders back, facial muscles relaxed. Breathe deeply but gently. If you're looking for a little bit more, hands might wrap around the front of the shin. If you're looking for more, ask yourself, do you really need more? Sometimes we get in the habit of always pushing further and further. Really, that's more about ego than what our body needs, what our soul needs. One more breath. As you exhale, release the right foot down, left foot down. And now take your arms out to a T, palms face down, arms in line with your shoulders. Draw your knees up over your hips, legs in a tabletop position. And on your exhale, drop your knees all the way over to the right. If you need to, you can place a blanket underneath your right knee. And then turn your gaze off to the left. Let your eyes close here. Take 5 breaths. On your inhale, come back to center, knees back over the hips, head aligned, gazing straight ahead. Find your tabletop legs first. Take another breath in through your nose. On your exhale, drop your knees to the left, gently gaze to the right. Let your right shoulder sink back to the ground. Let your legs release and see where you can soften, where you can surrender into this final twist. As you inhale, gently bring yourself back to center. We'll take one last pose before Shavasana, happy baby pose. So reach inside your thighs, grasp either the inner arches of your feet, your ankles, or your shins. Take your knees wide with your ankles right over top of your knees. And then imagine, keep your lower back and hips down. Imagine that you're pulling your hands down. So actually draw down with the hands like you're going to drive your knees back to the earth, which I doubt they will reach. You'll start to feel this stretch here. Try not to tense up. Stay relaxed in your face. Relax through your breath. And if your lower back, if your hips are connected to the earth and you want to take a little rock side to side, might feel good for your body. If stillness is speaking to you right now, then honor the stillness. One more breath. And release. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself a squeeze. Curl into a little ball. Make yourself tight. And then release. Extend your legs long down the mat, about as wide as the mat. Take your arms by your sides, a little bit away from your body, palms facing the sky, shoulders relaxed down. And allow your eyelids to softly close. Allow your facial muscles to relax, your eyes, eyelids, eyebrows all soft. Cheekbones and your jaw relaxed. Tongue and teeth relaxed. Softening your throat. Softening your neck and shoulders. Letting heaviness sink into your arms and your hands. Letting the arm bones grow heavy. The muscles relax. Let your chest and your abdomen be soft. Your back be relaxed. Release your hips, letting your legs and feet grow heavy. Your leg bones sinking down, leg muscles relax. Just draw your awareness to your navel, to your abdomen. Each time you inhale, the navel draws up. Each time you exhale, comes back down towards the earth. And just breathing naturally, without any force. Slowly dissolving all of your roles that you play, all of the labels that you identify with. Letting go of all of your worldly attachments and endeavors for now. There's nothing required of you here. No effort needs to be made. And you can rest here as long as you'd like, or at least rest here for about 15 to 20 breaths. If your mind begins to wander, it's okay. No big deal. Just let it go. Come back to your breath. Enjoy your Shavasana.